Can you imagine meditating in a place like this? Just looking at it, you feel more relaxed. With the water, the trees, the statues, how could it be anything but peaceful here? That's what the people behind this project figured also. Well, at the beginning at least. It all started here at the Four Sacred Mountains in China, or rather, when 3 Buddhist monks, originally from China, decided they wanted pilgrimage sites just like these, but in their new home in North America. Diane Chen wasn't part of the project then, but she is now. She's a volunteer and the manager of property development.
The reason they want to do that is they recognize it is hard, money-wise, time-wise, and physically challenging for people to go to China to pay pilgrimage to all the 4 sites.
The Buddhists fell in love with the region of Kawartha Lakes in Peterborough County, with its hilly and beautiful landscapes. So they bought 4 pieces of land. That was 20 years ago. And then the construction started. Piece by piece, stone by stone. But it's taking a while because all of these parts have to arrive from China by boat. The project managers only rely on private donations to build this. They're still working on the first temple site. They haven't touched the other 3 yet. But then other people also took an interest in the region, but for a completely different reason. The wind. 2 companies, Capstone and WPD Canada, decided they wanted to install 15 turbines close to the temple grounds, some only 2.5 kilometers away. So these windmills are about to come up. And now the Buddhists are worried. First, there's the noise.
With the wind turbine, the sound, and also the low frequency sound, even though you can't hear it, it does affect your body.
Not everyone agrees with this.
This is where the turbine will be, and they'll landscape this and build a platform.
And certainly not Ralph McKim, a local resident. He will soon have one of these windmills on his property, and he strongly doubts he'll even be able to hear it.
There are other noises. We have the air ambulance go over on a regular basis. We have jet planes flying in. We have a highway out there that is going to be doubled in size. The noise is going to be doubled in size. And frankly, when the pilgrims come, they're going to add to they're going to add to the traffic and the pollution and whatever.
Then there's the visual impact.
The visual effect is not good either, because when you go from a pilgrimage, you're supposed to cast your eyes, to the distance, and you should be able to see the Buddha and the sight line very clear so that you can focus.
But that focus shouldn't be an issue, says Kevin Surrett of WPD Canada, one of the companies that's putting the turbines up.
And because of the topography of the area, the hills and the trees and things like that, the visual impact is going to be reduced, if not eliminated, at each of the sites.
And finally, there is this question.
And we were here first, we bought this piece of land, ages ago, way before Green Energy Act came into existence.
But do these Buddhists have a right to determine what happens on properties they don't own?
By the fact that you've sort of claimed 4 points in a very large area doesn't really mean that you can command all the space between it.
The mayor of the city of Kawartha Lakes, Andy Lethem, sees it differently.
I don't think 15 wind turbines is worth it in this area if it's going to have a negative impact on this project. I think there's a huge potential here for tourism.
He thinks that the temples would be good for the community because they could boost the local economy.
I think you're going to see a lot of people coming to this area from all over the world to visit a site like this, so the spin-off effects will be huge.
He just wished his city could have more of a say in this process. So where does that leave the Buddhists? They have fought the turbines and lost.
Buddhism is not about confrontation. We don't want to be in a confrontational manner with the government or with any person. We don't believe in that. We believe in harmony.
It's a difficult situation. Since the turbines were announced, private donations for the temples have fallen off. Construction plans for the 3 remaining buildings have been put on hold.
We have to leave it in the hands of the Buddha.
For now, the Buddhists can only wait, pray, and hope that the land that they've set their hearts on doesn't lose its peacefulness. Laurence Martin, CBC News, in Kawartha Lakes.